We are standing in front of Kotva, which was the first mall in Prague, somewhere around the 80s. And so this is a very special place. And my first point that I loved about the Prague Chess Festival is the festival atmosphere. It was not just a super tournament. It was not just one event. It was an entire festival. People of all levels could enjoy here. If you are a spectator, you could come and just watch. There was place for you to sit in the playing hall or in the commentary room. If you were just wanting to play some blitz, there was blitz events, rapid events, chess 960 event, basque event, just all kinds of events here. There was the masters, challengers, futures, open. And so this very essence of, festival was brought out in the best possible way at the Prague International Chess Festival. We are in front of the Josephine Hotel. This is the hotel owned by the same owner, Yaroslav, who owns Hotel Don Giovanni, which is the venue of the Prague International Chess Festival. He has many properties across the city of Prague, and this one is very special because it's right in the center of the city. Coming to the point here, I would like to talk about Nodirbek Abdusattorov, the winner of the tournament. I think he made this tournament so special. Not only did he come here with a fighting mood, he fought in every single game, scoring 6.5 out of 9, finishing 1.5 point ahead of rest of the field. But he also became world number 4 and now is only behind Carlsen, Caruana and Nakamura. Isn't that amazing? And he's just 19 years old. And he has sort of made this tournament so special by his presence here. We are now at the Old Town Square in Prague, and look at how massive and beautiful it is. This is one of the most beautiful things I feel in the city. It's so spacious, it's so artistic. You can walk around here and you can see these famous structures and buildings, and so beautifully done. It kind of brings within me this artistic feel. And so my point here, which I want to mention about this tournament, are the artistic and fighting games of chess that were played. So my favorite games, few of them I'm going to mention here. First one is between Maksudlu and Nodirbek. It received the best game prize, which is a very important prize here that is given. And the nice thing is it is given to both the players, not just one. It was given to both Maksudlu and Nodirbek at the end. The jury was Dirk Jant and Guzendem, the editor-in-chief of New in Chess for many years, and then and Peter Lecco. They decided this game for its fighting skills in this game. They fought like anything. Nodirbek sacrificed the queen. In the end, a knight bishop versus queen. Just the game, you feel so good in this square. The second game which I want to talk about is this move h4 that was played by Nguyen Thai Dai Wan. Oof, what a move that was against Maksudlu. And my favorite variation from this tournament, rook takes c5, you play rook d8 check, king g7, h5, rook c2, h6, king g6, rook g8, king f5, rook h5, king f4, g3, king e4, rook g4. So beautiful, I love it. And the other game which I loved a lot here was Navara versus Nodirbek. Nodirbek plays Nodirbek Navara. Nodirbek goes king h1. Navara just takes rook f7 and then rook d6. What a move. Back rank is weak and everything falls. This was also a very beautiful game. I also loved how rook e4 was played by Pragnananda against Vidit Gujarati. That little move that gave him the win there. And finally, the move that was not played, and I think the move which all of us really enjoyed a lot, for not being played. That was between Maqsoodlu and Gukesh, where Maqsoodlu thought for 25 minutes and did not find Rook A8 check, King H7, Rook H8 check, King takes H8, Queen A8 check, King H7 and Bishop E4. And in the end that game ended in a draw. So these were a few of the games, and I think it's perfect to recollect them in this beautiful Old Town Square. We are now at Pražský Orloj, which is the astronomical clock in the city of Prague. I would say it is the most famous structure here. And every hour the clock starts to tick. There is, the noise, and the apostles come out, and all the people gather here. And it's such a beautiful environment. You can see that there are cafes here, lighting. It's so nice to just sit here and have a meal. And so, when we talk about famous things in the city, we have to talk about the famous people who were here at the festival. And I would say the most famous name that came to the Prague International Chess Festival was none other than Vishy Anand. He came here, he made this festival lighten up. There was this amazing autograph signing session before one of the rounds, and so many people came. In fact, it felt like you were in India. Those many fans came here to meet Vishy, greet him, take his autographs. It was amazing. Vishy also gave a lecture to the young talents. He also made the opening move, and I think his presence really, as the ambassador of the event, made it very special. We are standing in one of the streets in the old town of Prague. And you know what I love about this city is that, you have these arches here, just like this somewhere. And then when you enter it, you kind of go into a completely different world. So it's like you enter through the arch, you don't know where you are heading. And this is what I love about this city. You can go through such a street, suddenly you end up in a place where there's so much of light. Look at this. It's amazing. For this point, I wanted to talk about the Indians at the Prague International Chess Festival and the candidates. There were 4 candidates playing here. We had Vidit Gujarati, we had Pragnananda, we had Gukesh, and we had Vaishali, who was playing in the challengers. And I guess none of them had a particularly great event. Vidit actually finished last in the tournament, and perhaps it was the first ever time in his career that he finished last. Well, it happens. Gukesh, 50% score. Prague maintained his rating. Vaishali did not play that well, but it was good practice for her. But if there was one Indian who played amazingly well, it was Ansh Nerurkar. This boy played in the futures, and he played so well. He scored 8 out of 9, and he absolutely crushed the field by winning his games. But it was not just about winning games. It was about the way in which he played. He was so quick. He would have 1 hour on the clock left in most of his games where he would win. I think everyone started to call him the little Vishy. He's the current under 11 national champion of India. He had a rating of 1700 something when he entered the tournament, and now on 1st of April he'll be rated 2236. That's how talented he is, and I think he made the event quite special with his presence. There was another special thing that happened for the Indians, is that there was a special prize which was given for a player who would collect points in different events of the festivals that were held. And that prize was won by Sarvana Krishnan, because he would wake up every single morning and take part in every event. Although he didn't win any of them, he was second in one, he was third in some other event. He enjoyed the festival like anything. He played each and every event and he got this special prize and he stood right in front there with all the masters, and I think this is a memory of a lifetime for him. There's also Rohit, who made his IM norm, and that was very special as well for the Indian chess community. I grew up thinking for many years that Bata was an Indian company because there are the Bata showrooms of shoes all across India. It was only when I came here on the first day that I realized that Bata is actually a Czech company and it was started in Prague. This is the first ever showroom of Bata here and a very famous building, and it's so amazing that this is Bata started here in Czech. What special thing I want to talk about here is the youngster Ediz Gurel from Turkey, who won the challengers section. This boy is just 15 years old. He scored his final GM norm at this tournament. He won the challengers and qualified to the masters. He became the 15th Grandmaster of Turkey, and there was a very special moment which I think has captured the hearts of many people in this event when he entered the commentary room to talk about his game, and we wanted to congratulate him. Sitting amongst the spectators was his mother, and she had tears in her eyes seeing this, and this was a very touching moment. And I think this moment will be remembered for many years, not just by Turkish chess fans, but by all parents across the world who work so hard for their kids to become good chess players. We are at the Wenceslas Square here in Prague. What a beautiful structure we have. It's actually dedicated to King Václav of Czech Republic, and basically, the king was way back in time, 1000 years ago, but very famous, and this square is so well known. You can see so many shops here, and it's so busy with so many people, and I think one of the most popular destinations in the whole of Prague. I want to talk about the live commentary. We did the live commentary on ChessBase India, and it was such a wonderful feeling for us to be present at the venue there and to do commentary. There were people who were coming in, sitting there, listening to the commentary. We had Peter Leko joining in on one of the days. We had Viktor Laznishka who came in, and all the players came in at different points of time to share their thoughts, and I think it is a unique feeling to sort of commentate at such a high-class event from the venue. So we are now inside the tram, which is one of our favorite things in Prague, because trams, I think, are the lifeline of the city. You can travel really extensively in the city through the trams. I want to talk about the rest day. The rest day was a very special day because all the players went to this special Science 21 foundation made by Karel Janeček and Leonardo, and over there the players actually played Matheso game, which is which was very exciting. And they also, I myself got to test the flight simulator. It was amazing, once in a lifetime experience. It was like you are flying a real flight, and it's tremendous. In order to work in this organization, people have to do skydiving. So, is it true that in order to do a work here, you need to know skydiving.
No, that's just like how does it, obligatory
Yes.
part of our work.
Exactly, it's mandatory, right?
We go skydiving every week.
What is the logic behind it?
If you do skydiving, you work with your human potential. You work basically with your fear, and if you work with your fear, you work overall on your potential. Because if you overcome your fears, you transform your fear into respect, then your potential as a whole human becomes bigger.
Wow.
Part of our program today.
Perfect. Whoever will be interested in whatever kind of way can contact me after you have visited the simulator and the Martesso tournament.
And I think players had a good time playing Martesso. The first ever Martesso tournament was held, and I think generally clubbing in a sponsor's event along with the rest day where the players can have fun is never easy. So hats off to the organizers for achieving that. And the last part of this video in this beautiful room of Hotel Don Giovanni. This hotel is the venue of this tournament and also the place where all the masters, challengers, futures were staying. And this place is sort of built with chess. If you go to the ground floor, you see a giant chess set there where people could play. In the restaurant on the ground floor, there are chess sets on each table. On the first floor was the commentary room. On the second floor was the playing hall. The playing hall was so big and beautiful. So this entire hotel, I think, is a very key ingredient of making this event very successful. I also felt a very different kind of calmness at this tournament in the way the event was organized. The organizers were very sort of laid back in a way, but everything was done very well. But at the same time, it was not like there was no stress around. And I think this is something which I learned quite a bit. It's never easy to do such a big event and yet have this calmness around you. And I think this is something big that I learned from here. I take back with me some great memories from Prague, from the Prague Chess Festival, and I hope that I will be able to come back to this beautiful city next year as well and see many of you come here and enjoy this amazing chess environment. For now, this is Sagar Shah signing off.